So Yunara, for those of you that don't know, it's kind of like Twitch in the way that you need your ult to do a lot of damage. If you don't have your ult, it feels a bit bad. And it's the set supports necessarily, but your DPS is very, very good if you keep it going. Now, Taeyeon's been forced to back early. It was a very good... There's a set support for Dway as well, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's a specialty name.
Yeah, they hooked the set under turret. He does... Hang on a second. Dway doesn't use the W. That one is... Okay, Vampire's solo kill. There's no flash for Dway. They could go for a free kill onto the set here. If set walks up, this is a free kill. Needs to be... Dway, my dude. He has to get that Hex flash back. Jack's gonna body block the hook, potentially.
Milky Way coming on forward. He's gonna get some value. Jack's been exhausted. There's some decent damage. The showstopper not available, of course, but the W was. Milky Way looking for an angle there with that wind becomes lightning. He's gone a bit deep. Doesn't actually find as much to look for. Gets the 3 talent strike flash away, but I think he's still going to go down. They messed that up, one of FPX, and Taeyeon on the Yunara just gets to throw a few prayer beads at him.
I mean, the hero that plays Monkey, though, the triple.
God bless. The hook under turret. Bit of an angle here onto Milky Way, gets the Crescent Guard. They're looking for more there. They get the shove back. Monkey going to try and find the jump between worlds. They go. Nice angle onto that Talia. Just get turned around onto Milky Way, but now Monkey potentially in danger. Does have the Impale. Misses it. Driven into the wall is Dway, who gets the Face Breaker to go forwards with the Haymaker. Value now as the Skarner goes on down. Bashir presses the W. Pathmaker buying some time. Showstopper into the backline. Dway trying to flash away. Taeyeon flashing on forwards. They got some prayer beads. Needs an extra auto. Has been slowed down quite a long way. When will he have the Transcendent Steps? There's the speed up. Last auto not enough. Taeyeon not there in the few cultivation levels. Gather a bit more key or something like that. Vampire potentially looking on forwards. There's the dragon. Dway, Hex Flash on out. Face Breaker. Taeyeon gonna Kanmei step away. Away to safety. It's the ult popped as well. I do apologize to transcending oneself to make that the unstoppable shadow. Knock up onto Monkey. Drive through the wall. Untouchable shadow. That's the one. First time cast Yunara.
Dragon started on the bot side. FPX looking for their second. Do the other side want to contest? Well, they have a Weaver's Wall. No, it's on cooldown, actually. They don't have that. Ignore me. So that's going to be a Dragon going down. A position, push in some waves. Take the Herald instead.
Of course, WE still scales a little bit better than the Shinzao, which does a bit better early on. On the other side, the Yorick and the Cassante, slightly different identities. Of course, the Yorick much more about that split push hook onto the Scuttle Crab. Smote away. Now Karis is butt down the Unraveled Earth. And the Showstopper in the backline. Double Face Breaker. Fulham's just not really there because Monkey bought so much time by threatening the Impale. Between worlds they go and FPX have gone too deep.
They've gone too deep. Dway really didn't have any follow-up and Care wasn't on the right angle. It's a double kill to the Yunara as WE will start to really pull ahead in this game. 3k up and that will start to go even further. The Herald push in mid lane as Sam punches his mic as he does at least once a day.
It's the pop shield specifically. I can't stand it. Hate that thing. They're going to throw the Herald into the mid lane tier 2. Going to get a lot more value there. And WE now ahead very significantly in this game. Down about.
Spawning in 15 seconds. FPX could potentially get themselves to soul point. I suppose that's another thing which FPX could do. Just try and scale. Milky Way scored out though. And he's going to die for free.
There he is. I think he was trying to look to set up for a shove onto this tier 1. He just gets no value. Vampire gets some silliness to carrying. Milky Way goes down to the threaded volley.
Vampire misses the hook because of course he does. Whatever, all it ends up doing is big. The difference between a 5-second death and a 10-second death doesn't really change that much. But Milky Way, bad game here on the Shinzao, 0-4. Great game on the Vi last time. Sheer trying to go onto Q, force of the Flash rather.
TPs from multiple locations. Atakan is still, I think, being done by the side of Monkey. FPX are going to try to get to Soul right at this point. So, on towards the dragon we go. Vampire looking to potentially come down. Doesn't have the spellbook smite. Always worth double checking. Taeyeon and Karis now here in FPX without their jungler around. Just have to give it up. Can't get the Atakan. Can't get the dragon. They lose both.
Oh, they will. So Dragon will go down. FPX, yeah, FPX lose both objectives. Monkey can solo it on the top side, and FPX probably should have been aiming to give up objectives to scale later into the game. They are down so much gold that realistically they should be looking at stuff like objective bounties, because I reckon they'll be coming up after Zantakan potentially. Maybe their dragons make it a little harder to do so, but FPX needs to get more items. That's a problem. I don't think they outscale in this game particularly. It's going to be hard to get much value out of that.
They're going to try and get onto Cube. Going to try and get the flash over the wall to Sheer. 3 talent strike knockup. Cube already burned that flash. Goes all out. I think he's likely just dead. Gets some value. But a nice kill there onto the Yorick to get something back.
Nice, gives the gold over to Sensei. Joy's dead because, again, Set... the problem with FPX's team is that when you're into a fight, you don't get out of it. Set is one of the worst criminal champions of that before, and Joy...
Or flash for the hook, flash from Care.
He was on target. Hitbox does go kind of wild at some points. And again, just no damage from Care onto the front line here. That's through a locket. Does basically nothing. Care, what have you. Full control over the vision control here. FPX, they don't want to give this up, but I don't think they'll have much of a choice. They'll blue trinket it. They see us on half HP. I don't think they can get there. They're probably going to get some CC onto Milky Way before he gets back in.
Oh, seismic shove lands onto him. Does get him down to about 2/3. Looking to try and keep him trapped inside the baby cage. The Dark Procession comes on down. 3,000 HP. Gets shot back again. Good work from Karis. Crescent Guard comes on down, but the Baron is now gone. Milky Way may be forced to flash away and does so with the red buff. But look who's following. It's Cube, who lands the Morning Mist. Won't find too much more as Care running away from Monkey, but again, doesn't do all that much damage. Seismic shove tried to teleport out. It was just too far.
WWE claimed the Baron as FPX lose 3, and FPX have not been able to gain the gold they needed to. WWE...
The form of inhibitor turrets. The inhibitor's going to fall afterwards. Can Jachi find anything resembling wave clearing to the full force of WE and Baron minions? Inhibitor number 1 falling. 15 seconds on Care, on Sheer. Milky Way up just before that. At the very least, WE playing it by the numbers, getting 2 inhibitors. Reset and look to solidify the game from there.
I think it's really more about how the front line of Team WE just got so far ahead. And W, when they are ahead in front line, are very, very good at playing through it. FPX, I think particularly Milky Way, after a good...
been super, super successful as yet, but Taeyun doing good work here.
Oh yeah, there's been one... Let me see if it's...
You're going to get the shove back onto Sheer there. It does end up being taken a little low. And while Milky Way goes down, looking for wing, becomes lightning onto the angry panda cat thing. Doesn't really lead to all that much.
Currently Yunara 1-5, and Sam is correct. Yarn did end up getting a single victory on that over in the LTA. I think there's 2 or 3 games of it over in the LTA. But yeah, this would be only its 2nd win. First one in the LPL. It's this first game in the LPL, crushing in towards that inhibitor.
Final inhibitor down. It's by the numbers. It's tutorial style. Everything down in the right order. Milky Way trying desperately to clear away the waves to the other side, but they're still got a bit of Baron to work with for 20 seconds. WE on towards the Nexus turrets.
And FPX really just don't have the fighting potential. The set support didn't work. The Shinzao definitely didn't work. The flick back did, though, and the Impale will make it worse.
It does. Tries to get a bit of damage back. The Power Factor into the all-out. It's decent angle briefly. They kill off the Nautilus. Do they have enough in the tank? They just don't. It's a triple kill to Cube, who keeps delivering those last rites. Taeyun hops on forward. Untouchable Shadow. And unleashes a little bit more power. The spirit is fully cultivated. WE even up the series.
1-1 as WE look for their first series win in the split.